Last night on The Flash, Barry dealt with losing his speed, Harry found Jesse, and Caitlin met Frost. But before we get into last night's episode, I'd like to address some complaints I read online about last week's episode. Some reviewers complained that Barry, right after getting Wally back, should have, rather than give up his speed, just gone and fought Zoom. But to those people, I'd like to ask you a question. Sure, Barry was faster than Zoom, but not that much faster. So do you really think Barry was fast enough to stop Zoom from killing just one person in that room? Do you think Barry could live with himself if he had double-crossed Zoom and it had cost the life of Iris or Joe? Because I don't. So now let's talk about last night. The opening fake-out was a nice callback to the season premiere, even if there was no way Barry got his speed back off camera. Getting Jesse back was also nice, as was the, however brief, reminder that she is in fact a speedster in the comics. Of course, the best part of the episode for me was watching Caitlin interact with Killer Frost. We all wanted this, sure, but I'm guessing that everybody thought Zoom had killed Frost, because why wouldn't he? I mean, until we found out who Zoom was, I wouldn't have thought that keeping Caitlin's doppelganger alive would have even crossed his mind. Although it does make sense now why, after killing Deathstorm and Reverb, he didn't just kill Frost as well. Thankfully, Hunter fell for Caitlin and kept Frost alive because of it, so we can get the face-to-face we'd craved from the moment we met Killer Frost. It was fun seeing how they were different. Killer Frost had a brother, and how they were the same. Both of their mothers were terrible, I guess. I mean, it's sad that we had to lose Frost, but she was evil in trying to kill Caitlin, so the last of the evil doppelgangers that we know of so far have fallen. Also, the Earth 2 versions of our Starlab crew aren't faring very well, are they? The biggest disappointment, at least for me last night, was that no one thought to push Cisco to use and learn more about his meta abilities. After spending a good portion of last week's episode growing his powers, all we got this week was a vibe to see if Caitlin was okay. If you've watched my other videos, then you know that I have wanted Cisco to embrace his powers for a very long time. And that was back when all I thought he could do was see through space and time. Now that we've seen what Reverb can do, and Barry has lost his speed, let's get Cisco out there. I mean, he didn't need a gun to take on last night's meta. He could have just blasted some stuff out of his hands. Speaking of Barry's speed, are there really people out there who actually don't think Barry's going to get it back at some point? Yes, I thought that Barry might take V9 at some point to stop these metas, but I never once thought Barry wasn't going to, on a permanent basis, get his speed back. And yet there appear to be some people out there who are confused because, you know, Barry had his speed at the end of the Arrow Flash Forward. Of course, the two shows don't necessarily have to take place at the exact same time. Just because Laurel is dead on Arrow doesn't actually mean she has to be dead yet on The Flash. Odds are Arrow is just a little bit further in time than The Flash right now. Yes, it could be a plot hole generated by last week's episode, but come on, he's gonna get his speed back. Either that, or when they attempt to get Barry his speed back, Jesse or Wally will get their speed, and then they will be the ones to take down Zoom. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.